Senator, you have, yesterday you voted along with several other fellow Republicans to table an amendment, I guess, or a bill to outlaw or end earmarks. Why was that?
Well, because the most misunderstood issue is the issue of earmarks. Earmarks are appropriations. When you say that we have a moratorium on appropriations, the Constitution says that's what we're supposed to do. Look up Article 1, Section 9, then the Federalist Papers by James Madison, the father of the Constitution. He says that is our job to do. I am not going to allow them to. I took an oath of office, as every other senator did, to uphold the Constitution, and I cannot do that. That's number one. Number two is an earmark, as they're talking about. If you kill an earmark, it doesn't save 1 penny, not a penny. All it does is shift that to the administration so that Obama is going to do all that spending. So this would have the effect of sending literally billions of dollars to Obama to spend as opposed to Congress. And people don't understand it. I know it's unpopular, but of course when I started the hoax thing on global warming, it took me 7 years to convince people that I was right and they were wrong and we won. Hope it didn't take 7 years.
Why do you think that is, that there is this kind of misunderstanding or impression?
Well, because people talk about earmarks and try to demonize them. The interesting thing is, and I will be doing this on the floor, even my good friend Jim DeMint, who is, you know, he had something like 20 earmarks, which I'll read off, and you can't just say that you're against something and then and do it. So I think it's disingenuous. And here's the biggest problem. This allows some of the biggest spender Republicans to vote for the $700 billion bailout, for the $300 billion mortgage bailout, for all these programs, and yet then wave this thing about earmarks to make people think he's conservative. So it's a way of hiding liberal voting by deflecting the attention on earmarks. It'll be hard to get this point across, and I have not done it yet. Someone has to be honest, and I'm the only one willing to do it.
Besides earmarks, what are other issues that you think that conservative Republicans are
well, that's the other problem, too. When you talk about earmarks, you forget about the main ones. The main ones are, as I told the Tea Party people, deficits. This president has had more deficits in his first year's budget than the last 5 years of George W. Bush. People have to know that. We cannot sustain the level of spending that they're starting. So deficit's number one. Number two is cap and trade. Cap and trade would be the largest tax increase in the history of America. And that would happen every year, not just a one-shot deal. And we're winning on that, but they're still trying. So that's the second thing. Make sure that they don't suck into this global warming fraud. And the third thing would be Gitmo. You've got to keep Gitmo open, otherwise you're going to have terrorists either for incarceration or for trial in the United States, and we cannot do that. So I'm asking them to stick with the issues where it's Republicans versus Democrats. That isn't true on the earmark thing, because that's a fraudulent issue. But certainly the deficit, government-run health care, cap and trade, and Gitmo are the four issues that I think would drive the elections and give Republicans a majority.
Do you think the administration will ever get serious about spending?
Oh no, this administration, but what we can do is take away his support in Congress. He isn't going to do it. I mean, you know, look at the background of Obama. He was a community organizer. By definition, it's equal distribution of the wealth. These are things that America doesn't believe in. But as long as he has a strong majority in the House and the Senate, he can get these things through. I think the American people are going to, in November, are going to say, we're going to take away your majority in the House and the Senate. And at least that will stop him until we can replace him as president.